This is Mr. Turner, the teacher of humanities. Children study in GCSE geography urbanization. That means the ratio of people living in built-up areas, cities, conglomerations, to the numbers living in the countryside. And what children study is regeneration of an urbanized area. Brownfield sites. And we're looking at one of the most famous ones in Britain. This is the John Scott Russell Shipyard from the 1850s, one of the world's most famous shipyards. It was the site of where Isambard Kingdom Brunel built the Great Eastern. Now what we can do, we can walk into this former Brownfield site, which was the shipyard. Brunel spent 5 years on and off here supervising the construction of the Great Eastern, the largest ship that was launched in the 19th century. And what you do with an old shipyard that has to go out of business because the River Thames becomes too small for the size of ships being built at the end of the 19th century. So what they have done here, they have turned these shipyard workshops into offices and private flats. And by walking through, you can see the size of the complex. It was John Scott Russell. He built several ships here. He was building other ships when Brunel was working alongside him. So this is a great example of how a brownfield site can be regenerated, and all these buildings are listed. These are the original placements and configurations of the shipyard workshops, where the panels of iron plates were beaten into rectangular shapes, where millions of rivets were produced to build Brunel's Leviathan, meaning sea monster. And today it's called Burrell's Wharf, and you can see that some of the architecture is being turned into Italian type towers and rooftops, and it's been tastefully reproduced. So this is the pinnacle of urban regeneration from the 1850s, and in 2018 residents are living in serenity, blissful, quiet area. And look, you've got some trolley rail tracks on the ground where all the metal plates with the ships and the funnels and all the heavy ironwork would have been transported. And you got people's flats overlooking these trolley rails. Slipway House, that's an apt name. So this is an exclusive housing complex, and these people have got history right in front of their windows, because this is the row of flats, and look what they're looking over. They're looking over Brunel's shipyard. construction of these planks, these sleepers bolted into the ground. 24 feet into the ground they went, and the timbers on top slope towards the River Thames. So you've got a summary of this video of people's flats overlooking the site where Brunel built the biggest ship of the 19th century, the 692 feet long Great Eastern. And for the Brunel video I shall come here and make a video showing those chains in the mid-ground. This is the slipway of the Great Eastern, launched in 1858, and these lucky people who've got history literally on their doorstep. They are living on a site which was a world famous shipyard. It went into disuse due to the ships being too big to be built on the River Thames, so it becomes a brownfield site, derelict, and it's all been restored and converted into luxury apartments. And not many people can live where history is on their doorstep as a result of urban regeneration. And this makes GCSE Geography an interesting option and provides a great topic for study. This is Mr. Turner signing off in Brunel's footsteps in Millwall in southeast London.